Hi everyone. In this video, I will explain about the derivation of expression for the resonant frequency in rectangular waveguide. Okay. This resonant frequency is related to cavity resonators. Okay. Whenever we are discussing about the cavity resonators, then there is a necessity to go for the derivation of calculation of this resonant frequency. Okay, so what do you mean by cavity resonator? Cavity resonator concept applicable for both rectangular waveguide and as well as circular waveguide. I have already explained in the previous video what do you mean by a cavity resonator and how the different types of resonant frequencies are going to be generated, and what are the different types of cavity resonators available. What are the different types of cavity resonators available? Three types of cavity resonators: cavity rectangular cavity resonator, circular cavity resonator, and reentrant cavity resonator. That means whatever the shape that the waveguide has, every waveguide must exhibit this cavity resonator if the either ends of that particular waveguide is being closed. That is the main concept in this waveguides. Now, let us see when a signal is being travel inside the waveguide and experiencing a number of oscillations. So definitely one particular resonating frequency is there for that signal. So now we are going to calculate what is that resonant frequency. Okay, resonant frequency. Now, remember, we are calculating here the resonant frequency of the cavity resonator, which is a rectangular cavity resonator. Okay, so for a rectangular cavity resonator, a rectangular cavity resonator. Okay, so why I am specifically saying rectangular cavity resonator is we need to bring the concepts related to rectangular cavity resonator. Okay, so if you confuse at this point of time, definitely you will be having a lot of confusion when you are going into the derivation. Okay, circular cavity resonator is having also the resonant frequency calculation part, but that is different. Okay, so we know already, see some equations we should remember, because we no need to go for the initial calculation always. Sometimes we are taking the middle equations. Those equations are the starting of the derivation of the such type of resonating frequencies. Okay, so we know h square is equal to what is h square? H square is equal to gamma square plus omega square mu epsilon. Gamma square plus omega square mu epsilon. This is valid for both rectangular waveguide and as well as circular waveguide. Okay, and as well as h square is also equal to, in rectangular waveguide, okay, it is equal to a square plus b square. A square plus b square. All these are assumed values. What is a, what is b? See, after the simplification, we have got a is equal to, we know here a is equal to m pi by, it is n pi by b whole square, comma, b is equal to m pi by a whole square. Okay, so a is equal to n pi by a, n pi by b whole square, and b is equal to m pi by a whole square. See, already we have derived this concept in the rectangular waveguides. We no need to recall them because it becomes a large equation. Just simply but for the calculation of resonant frequency, taking directly what is h square and what is ab, that is sufficient. This is a square and b square. Okay, that means we can write it as h square is also equal to gamma square plus omega square mu epsilon plus, sorry, equal to a square plus b square, that is equal to n pi by a whole square plus n pi by b whole square. Okay, so what is gamma? Where gamma, what is gamma? Gamma is nothing but a propagation constant. Propagation constant. Okay, propagation is in which direction? Generally, conventionally, we are taking the propagation is in z direction. So gamma is equal to alpha plus j beta. Alpha plus j beta. What is alpha? Alpha indicates attenuation constant. Attenuation constant. What do you mean by beta? Phase constant. Phase constant. Okay, when we are going for the calculation of cutoff frequency or cutoff wavelength, we should make the phase constant 0, attenuation constant 0. Here also, when we are going for the calculation of uh, resonant frequency, we should make this alpha is equal to 0. So when the resonant frequency is there, means signal is traveled. When signal is traveled, no attenuation concept is there. Hope you understand. Okay, so when the signal is traveled, attenuation constant is 0. Only phase constant is there. So for the calculation of resonant frequency, gamma alpha is equal to 0. Then gamma is equal to j beta. What is gamma square then? Minus beta square. J square is minus 1. So it is minus beta square. Now substitute this minus beta square in that equation. What we know? Gamma square plus omega square mu epsilon is equal to m pi by a whole square plus n pi by b whole square. This is from this equation. Okay. Now we are taking this one and as well as this one. So now what is gamma square? Gamma square is equal to minus beta square. So that implies omega square mu epsilon is equal to m pi by a whole square plus n pi by b whole square minus of minus, here it is plus beta square. Okay, so now we are going to calculate resonant frequency. Which is the frequency term here? Omega. Omega is the frequency term. So yet resonant frequency omega is equal to omega r. That means f is equal to fr. Okay, omega equal to omega r and beta is equal to p pi by d. Beta is equal to some p pi by d. Okay, that is the value of beta at particular frequency, resonant frequency. Okay, generally beta is nothing but 2 pi by d, but as it is having a different frequency, resonant frequency, we are taking that as p pi by d. So if you substitute that, omega r square mu epsilon m pi by a whole square plus n pi by b whole square plus p pi by d whole square. Three parameters are there now, m, n, p. But what we need? Resonant frequency. So keep this on one side, m pi by a whole square plus n pi by b whole square plus p pi by d whole square into. Now omega r is equal to 1 by root mu epsilon m pi by a whole square plus n pi by b whole square plus p pi by d whole square under root. Now what is omega r? Omega r is nothing but 2 pi f r is equal to 1 by root of mu epsilon into same m pi by a whole square plus n pi by b whole square plus p pi by d whole square. So fr is equal to 1 by 2 pi root mu epsilon into this one m pi by a whole square plus n pi by b whole square plus p pi by d whole square. Okay, so fr is equal to this one. Now we can just rewrite the equation 1 by root of mu epsilon. What is this? It is nothing but velocity of the light. Okay, where 1 by root mu epsilon is equal to c. So we can write the resonant frequency fr is equal to c by 2 square root of m pi by a whole square plus n pi by b whole square plus p pi by d whole square. P pi by d whole square. This is the formula for resonant frequency. Okay, so this resonant frequency is valid for only rectangular resonant frequency. Again, there will be a different frequency, different formula for circular cavity resonator. Rectangular cavity resonator is different, circular cavity resonator is different. Thank you.